Before I started recording, I was trying to think of a way to begin this video without the obvious fuck Warner Brothers games that I feel inside. But I don't think there's a more appropriate way to begin a video like this than fuck Warner Brothers games. So if you haven't heard the news yet, Warner Brothers Games has shut down 3 of their studios. So you have Warner Brothers Games San Diego, which was both a support studio and they focused on free-to-play mobile games. You have Player First Games, who were the developers behind Multiversus, which just got bought by WB Games less than a year ago, and they're already getting shut down. I mean, shit, like Firewalk at least lasted longer than a year before they got shut down by Sony after their acquisition. But the worst one of all, in my opinion, and for many other people, is the closure of Monolith Productions, who have been around for a long time. They are the developers behind not only Middle-earth Shadow of War and Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. Shadow of Mordor in particular is a game I very much enjoy. But they are also the developers behind Fear, which is a series that I like, and the criminally underrated Condemned Criminal Origins. So, this news was leaked from Bloomberg's Jason Schreier, where he broke the news on Blue Sky, and WB later confirmed it, not in a statement to Bloomberg, but in a statement to Kotaku. And with their response to this, I mean, they confirmed that it's true. But normally when it comes to a situation like this, I normally go through and I read through the press statement and in like a clown voice or something. I don't even want to give this press release the time of day. I haven't read the full thing, but it's just garbage. Like, just scanning through it, it's just the usual PR speak bullshit that WB is going to throw out there, say, oh, we're recommitting to our core franchises. Whatever. Fuck them. I don't care about their press statement. They can shove that press statement right up their ass. This sucks. I mean, this is yet another blip on the radar where it's like we're watching the implosion of the AAA video game industry. I was looking at a Google spreadsheet that I have bookmarked that keeps track of the layoffs that have occurred in the video game industry this year. And according to this spreadsheet, we are at least 1,338 job losses this year alone in the video game industry. And we're not even out of February yet. WB, what they have pulled with these studio closures, counts for more than 1/10 of that. Which is fucking abysmal. It's appalling to me to see a studio of such talent like Monolith Productions get shut down. Which, this isn't even their fault, by the way. It's not like they created a bad game and then it was like it was so badly received and bombed so badly that WB had no choice but to shut them down. This was not a Concord situation. Their Wonder Woman game, which I'll be clear, I'm not shocked that Wonder Woman got canceled. That's something I forgot to put in the beginning. Sorry guys, the Wonder Woman's game's been canceled. However, I'm not surprised because this thing was announced back in 2021, 2022, and we haven't seen dick of this thing beyond a short little CG trailer back at the Game Awards of whatever year it was announced. And radio silence since then. And with all the whispers that have been coming out about, you know, the behind-the-scenes turmoil at WB Games and the reboots apparently that this project has been going through, it's not a shock that Wonder Woman won't be going forward. What is a shock is that Monolith just gets shut down entirely. What the fuck? You take a studio of damn talented people that worked on good games like Fear, like Condemned Criminal Origins, as a history, like with Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. And you just go, no, we're not going to try to work on something else. We're not going to try to give them a property that a smaller focus with the Nemesis system. No, we're just gonna shut them down entirely. It's fucking abysmal. And speaking of abysmal as well, you know what's gonna be lost now in the grave of Monolith that will probably never be used again, at least not for a long time, is the Nemesis system, which was pioneered in Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War. One of the most unique gaming systems to come out of the last decade in the modern AAA video game industry. And guess what is patented by WB Games? The cunts at WB Games. That's right, the Nemesis system. So nobody else can use it. You're not going to get any other franchises out there, any other opportunities for any other's team to take that concept and expand on it even further now that Monolith is in the dirt. I have been hating on WB Games for good reason for a long time. Longtime people of the channel will know that I have been waving the fuck Warner Brothers Games banner long before it was cool. Back when I started criticizing them, like around Mortal Kombat X, when they started doing their microtransaction bullshit with that, their easy fatalities that I think are still a thing in MK1, with their DLC gating bullshit with Injustice and Mortal Kombat, with their we're gonna take advantage of a dead colleague charity bullshit with Shadow of War, running their franchises into the ground, into the dirt, in pursuit of greater monetization and live service crap. I have been on the team of fuck Warner Brothers Games for a long time. And what's funny to me is that I wonder how many of the same people out there that criticized me, like called, just left some stupid comments when I made, when I greatly criticized Shadow of War for its monetization, its loot box bullshit, where they came out to be like, oh, you're fucking retarded. Oh, you dumb motherfucker. Why are you talking about this? You can easily ignore it. I don't know why you fucking complaining about this. Look at this fucking baby retard over here. Who's fucking crying now, motherfucker? Who turned out to be right about Warner Brothers Interactive and their scummy bullshit? That was back in 2017. And I was like, fuck Warner Brothers Games. I was right that I could see WB's creepingly incompetent influence infecting all the games and properties they had under their umbrella. No property was safe from WB's astounding stupidity and like just greed on the level that I would compare to EA and Ubisoft and Activision. In fact, worse in some cases. Like that aforementioned profiting off of a dead colleague at Monolith with that Shadow of War thing. They're disgusting. I've said the line over and over again, like sarcastically, that it's nice to see that WB after all this time is still scum. It's not nice to see, because WB, and one of the reasons I was so, vocal about them compared to EA and Ubisoft and Take-Two and all that, because everybody at the time, back in like 2016, 2015, 2017, everybody was making fun of EA, everybody was making fun of Ubisoft, but it felt like WB Games was getting kind of like, not exactly a pass, but it's like the spotlight wasn't quite on them compared to their colleagues in peddling shit. Well, now the spotlight on them is so bright that it's burning them. It's like that sequence in Arkham Asylum when he's in one of Scarecrow's dream sequences, he flips the spotlight on Scarecrow and Scarecrow just goes, ah! That's WB right now. All the spotlights are on them. Fuck Warner Brothers Games. That's I'm trying to come up with something where it's like a closing statement, but I'll begin this the same. I'll end this the same way I began it. Fuck Warner Brothers Games, man. Disgusting, horrible, cowardly, cretin publisher. Making projects that should be easy wins, but blowing their own fucking feet off at every chance they get. to try to make a little bit more money, to exploit its audience just a little bit more, to take things to such an extreme with trying to fucking squeeze extra cash out of the customers. Karmic justice for WB, but unfortunately the people that are going to get most of the shit is not WB Games. It's going to be the teams underneath them. It's going to be the people that now have to go home to their families, who may have had to relocate to where the fuck ever in order to get, keep up with the job at the team they were at. Now they're going to have to go back to their families and tell them, honey, I was just let go and my fucking studio is gutted and dead. And who knows what's up with the families? Who knows what they got going on? It's terrible. It's a terrible situation. Just this bleeding out of talent from the video games industry is just, it's really depressing to see. It really is depressing. I mean, in the last month, we have had closures. We have layoffs and closures from so many teams. And yet it is appalling to see right now, as of this moment, WB accounts for more than 1/10 of the layoffs in this industry right now. Fucking appalling. Fucking ghoulish ass disgusting WB Games. Disgusting. Fuck Warner Brothers Games.